Fellow Ugandans, this is Buembo Mayanja broadcasting to you from the United States of America. The events taking place in Uganda today reflect a deliberate pattern by Museveni and his regime that has spanned over a 32-year period. This pattern has included genocide, torture, poisoning, maiming, and illegal detention of children, women, and men throughout Uganda. Museveni has used these same instruments to entrench himself. Honorable Kyagulanyi is currently fighting for his dear life due to injuries inflicted upon him by Museveni's military and so-called police after the political campaign in Arua. To add salt to the wounds of Honorable Kyagulanyi, Museveni denied him access to medical care after being brutally beaten up. In addition to that, Honorable Kyagulanyi, a civilian, is being charged under a military court-martial. What that means is that we Ugandans are all considered military personnel by Museveni's regime. And since they have waged a war against civilians, we are therefore at war with Museveni's regime, and each and every single Ugandan is a soldier in that war. Abuse of authority by institutions that were established to uphold the Constitution and the rights of all the people of Uganda have been used to undermine the very reason for their existence. These institutions have clearly undermined their legitimacy. The Constitution of Uganda gives all Ugandans the power, constitutional power, to abolish such institutions, including that of the executive branch, the presidency. Fellow Ugandans, it is time for us to stand united as a people, regardless of our diverse differences, and they are very many. Our destiny as a people is going to depend on the decisions that we make today. It is critical that we put aside all our differences, that we put aside fear, that we put aside anger and empathy, and unite to rescue our country. We therefore must have a sustainable plan of action that will help us reinforce the Constitution in its authority. We therefore must reject and transform any and all current institutions that are in violation of the Constitution. We call upon the military to abide by the Constitution. We call upon UPDF to abide by the Constitution. You have to abide by the oath that you took when you were recruited. The same applies to the police. You were not hired to kill your brothers and sisters. Your oath meant you fighting enemies of the country. Who has been the enemy of the country for the last 32 years? Who has killed more people than the current regime? Brothers and sisters, such an understanding is not merely an exercise. It is not another walk to work exercise that you will do it today, tomorrow, and then you are off for the rest of the week. This is real work. Museveni's regime declared war against the Constitution of Uganda. We, the people, must defend the Constitution. Defense is not a part-time action. It is full-time work. Therefore, Mr. Museveni, we, the people of Uganda, are hereby putting you on notice that you either resign from the presidency or be prepared to face all of us united as a force, 35 million strong, coming towards you, because we have the duty to defend the Constitution, and you and your regime have had absolutely no respect for the Constitution. Your actions bears witness to that. And for that, for the violation, you must face the consequences as outlined in the Constitution.